Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Well, what have we here?
It's a podcast.
Fine.
And what excitement we have today.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Before we bring Nikki Diamond in, I want to mention that this is what I was told about Nikki, that this is his last appearance on the show for this year.
Contractually, yes.
Contractually, as he gives us the Super Bowl predictions and deals with a little heat coming from the lack of championship predictions being correct. But at the same time, I've heard that when Nikki's done here, he will be going on some sort of interesting cruise. That's what I had heard. I don't know whether that's true or not. That because usually Nikki takes a bit of a break after he does the last show here and goes up. But let's just bring him in and find out what's going on. And there he is right now. It doesn't matter what time of day it is. It's sunglasses always with Nicholas Diamond. Nikki, how are you?
I'm well. You guys shine so bright. I need these glasses.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. That's very kind of you. Now,
yes.
We've had you on this program for a number of years now, and I was told a little birdie whispered in my ear that when you get done with your Super Bowl picks, when you get done with your last visit of the year with us, you're going on some sort of interesting vacation. I don't know any of the details, but I don't know. Is that true or is that not true?
I'm going on. I won an Alaskan cruise through the Pahrump Valley Plaza of a Salesman of the Month. So yes, and
Congrats.
Really, what was there any particular promotion that got you that?
The Hanukkah really took it off for me. Man, it was some crazy nights. 8 I
Thank you.
Yes.
So the whole. That's it. That's all I want. That's all I need for the whole show today. That's all I need.
I'm curious, being in Pahrump, as I recall, isn't that a landlocked city?
Well, it is. I don't know if you.
Where's
know
the
this,
cruise? Where's the cruise departing from?
Oh,
The
good
Alaskan
question.
cruise?
Out of Seattle.
Okay.
I fly to Seattle.
Fly to
and then I
Seattle.
fly,
That's normal. That's normal.
And I didn't realize that the reason I'm getting this cruise is because it's winter in Alaska. It tends to get cold there. It's going to be
And dark.
and dark. So you're just going to be in the room in the cruise, which is the least interesting part of the cruise, is that really tiny room with the tiny bathroom.
Do you have an interior stateroom, Nikki?
No view. It's I'm with the help. It's actually.
Oh, you're with the help. Yeah.
I'd rather not go. I'd rather go to Ukraine.
What it's called, Mike, is the off season. He got a ticket in the off season.
It's an off season.
But
so.
Nikki, I know that you're no stranger to gambling activities. Don't they have a casino on board, or is this a smaller ship? I'm not sure.
It's a very religious cruise. It's actually.
It's a really.
I'm part of a church. They've outlawed the gambling, the cursing, the sex. It's going to be
Drinking?
a lot of. Oh, I'll sneak it in. I will. I'll find a way. I've seen prison movies where the knife is in the Bible. I've got something else in my Bible.
Wow.
Yes.
What I was thinking.
It's
exactly.
Religious
Johnny
cruise to
Walker
Alaska.
316. So.
Oh yeah, I get it. I get you high. If you've seen the movie The Shawshank Redemption,
I've
where
seen it,
Andy
heard of it.
Dufresne hides the the hammer
Yes.
in the Bible.
I got my hammer. Yeah.
It's
Yeah, but you
it's
got no
wonderful.
Bible.
Yeah.
Nikki, I rarely do I come in here and give you a hard time because you pick games every single week for us. But there was talk.
Would
There
you
was
like to
talk
hear the
about
clip from last week, Mike?
Oh, Rob, if you must. I didn't realize that you had that. That's Rob, not me, Nikki. But play the clip from Nikki.
Okay, just a little bit.
week.
This comes from a promo here.
The last time Nikki Diamond was on TMOS, he made a bold prediction for the big game this Sunday.
It's the Bills. It's the Commanders. It's 1992 over again. Woo! Ho! Light them up!
Sorry, buddy.
Well, I made the cardinal mistake, Mike, and like my grandma Marge used to say, if you bet with your heart, you will break your heart.
Yeah, that's a
and
good
that's
point.
what I did last time. I really wanted that Cerritos Spiewak Super Bowl we've all longed for.
Right.
Since we were children.
It would have been something else. It would have been a different climate, and now we just have kind of a lot of hate surrounding
Yes,
Super Bowl.
yes.
Nikki.
I went
Is
from
Marge
betting with
still
my
with
heart
us?
to she is still with us. She no longer says that saying though, but she's still with us.
That's delightful. So yeah, I mean, it just always seems so such a long period of time. It's only 2 weeks, but it seems longer when we're waiting for the Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs to face off. You're hearing three-peat. You're hearing Taylor Swift.
Yes.
The Kelsey brothers. It's just blah, blah, blah. Most people that aren't fans of either the Eagles or the Chiefs really are a little pissed off at this Super Bowl, Nick.
Well, that's the beauty of gambling, because you can root against a team or you can not want a team to win. But the team you always want to win is the team in your wallet, and that's
This
what
is
we're going
true.
to do for you.
This is true.
Because the winner's going to be getting paid. That's what it's about, Mike. So,
well, that's a great setup for your pick then, because this is as we've always said, your biggest pick of the year as we go into Super Bowl 640 or whatever.
Yeah, Nikki, would you say if someone is chasing their losses, which is probably a wise plan, that's what I think a lot of people that gamble should do.
Oh, yes.
Do you think this is a great game to chase your losses and maybe even come up in the black for this football season?
It's never good to chase, Rob, but I've been chasing my whole life. So chase away, baby.
That's good. That's exciting.
Yes,
That's, very,
it's
very
going to be
exciting.
a car chase. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of wrecks, but at the end, we're going to get away. OJ.
All right, Nikki,
Anyway.
let's do it.
All right, it's the Eagles, it's the Chiefs. It's a rematch from 2 years ago. The Chiefs are a minus 1.5, basically a pick 'em game. It comes down to the better roster, the Eagles, without question, the best roster in the league, the most complete roster, not a weakness, maybe the kicker, and maybe that will matter, versus the Chiefs, who just, for some way, they always pull it out in the end. If it's a close game, and why wouldn't it be, they're going to win. You would think, because they're the Chiefs, and they find a way. Somehow they stay in the game. They make a good play call. Mahomes pulls something out of his what? Spags pulls up a blitz. Andy Reid, something happens. They block a kick, a penalty. Something happens. Something happens. They are the team of destiny. But will this be the fairy tale ending? Will they win, and will Travis Kelce get down on one knee and propose to Taylor Swift?
Oh.
That would be the fairy tale ending. But just like at the Grammys where Taylor got beat by Beyonce, Travis is going to get beat by Barkley. Because it's the Eagles, baby!
Look out!
I hate them, but the dynasty is over. You can't win this by this much. It's a video medium now. I'm doing a little small thing, podcast people. Yeah, watch on YouTube. Grow up, okay? Yes, it's a very small thing, okay? But finally, the Philadelphia Eagles will beat the Chiefs. They're done. It's over. They're going to be gone for a couple years. Give me a Barkley Anytime TV. Give me heads on the coin toss. Chiefs, you'll get Worthy for a TD. And, of course, this is the big bet. I'm going to go full Groucho. I'm doing it. You bet your life. Jalen Hurts, plus 375. MVP. Eagles fly. E-L-E. The mayor couldn't spell it. Neither could I. Go Eagles. Let's win some money. We're chasing, baby. I'll see you in Alaska.
Bye, Nikki.
Bye,
Thank
Nick.
you. That's Nikki Diamond. Well, there it is. Bet the Chiefs. No,
Hey, if the Eagles come through, he might be able to upgrade that stateroom.
so
Get a window.
Jalen Hurts MVP. That's what it's all about. I made
Bet
all
your
that
life.
noise about bailing and not coming in to the game, and I'll watch it. I'll be looking.
Everyone will watch
Everybody watch. You can't help it. We're
Do you
Americans.
foresee a
We watch
good
the Super
rating
Bowl.
for it, Mike?
Of course, Rob. Of
A
course.
television
It's always,
rating?
Always great ratings for the big game.
I still listen to it on the radio.
That's wonderful.
right.
With Mel Allen.
That's right.
How about that?
Well, I'm sure those are expensive commercials as well.
They are. They've got Sylvania light bulbs. They've got all the big sponsors.
Before I discuss my wife flying the coop this morning, early this morning, I want to talk about yesterday. We edited out a major rant, psychotherapy session. I had a moment. I had a real moment on the show.
Would you like to see a clip?
Yeah. Oh God.
wow.
You're you know what? He is a cruel man, isn't he? He really is.
Yes,
He's
he
really working. All right, yeah. I don't, but I know I should.
Well,
so yeah.
I believe this is. I tried to trim it up real quick during Nikki. I believe this is the beginning of what set you off.
Okay.
What's your favorite Emory? EMORY.
I know, but what I'm saying is
the
we've
M
had
is
the
missing.
same.
It's a
Yeah, the
mistype.
M is missing, but we've had that opening sentence before on this piece of copy. It was an errant deletion.
Well,
I
how
apologize.
did it happen?
It was errant. I don't know.
It was a mistype. AI wouldn't have made that.
What we do it hasn't he been working for you, Rob Spiewak?
100%.
Coming to the powers that be and asking.
Yeah.
That's the very start of it.
Yeah.
That's before
Okay, what's
that's before the
interesting
medicine
though,
came in.
not to go down the road again. I know what I can tell you exactly when the moment was that I got set off. I know now what it is, but I'm not going to revisit it.
Oh, okay.
Nope. Not going to go there.
Okay.
Not going to go there. But then it evolved from me getting a little peeved at Rob about a typo of not typing the M in there. It evolved into a real angst-driven diatribe where I was just talking about this show and what it means to all of us and how 2024 was difficult and how 2025 is the year we I didn't say make or break, but I did say that we need the real help from the subscribers. And oddly enough, some of the people that saw the original rant responded to it by saying I was real, which I was. I mean, I was really just giving it to you straight. I kind of caught myself when Carla came in and said, Stop ranting about the typos, and and then I gathered myself and just discussed my feelings, which were real, about how I feel about the show and what's making me uptight about the show and what worries me and all the concerns and worries, and it comes down to
After that rant, the note I wrote down for a show title was "Serious Mike."
It was serious.
Once Carla came in, you definitely haven't addressed it in that way.
Yeah, it was like a boiled down, condensed version of a Broadway one-man show that had a lot of moods to it and a lot of shifts to it. And it had a beginning and an end, and it was very genuine. It was very genuine.
Right. And I love that we have the ability to edit things out of this show. And we go ahead and do another segment. I was shocked when edited that it was just over 20 minutes.
I looked up at the clock, and that one of the reasons we did edit it was a time factor. We just wanted to get things back on track. But I will tell you this, that we are going to make that available. The nice thing about the bonus subscriptions this year, we're doing TMOS extras, and they are not planned in any rhyme or reason way. They just we put up what we decide to put up, and it's there. And there's no number that we're going to give you as far as what we're going to do, but it is in addition to the 1 hour weekly bonus show that we have, and we will make that. Oddly enough, we're going to make it available to people who already subscribe, when I think the appeal was for people that don't subscribe to listen to it. But if you want to hear it, you have to be a bonus show subscriber, because we're going to make it available as a TMOS extra, and Josh will have that up soon for this afternoon for your consumption. And I don't remember it that much. It's kind of like a blackout, you know what I mean, where I come to, and then we got on with the regular show, and we did that. But we really, really, really push this time of year the subscriptions, because that's what keeps this going. Advertising money does not. If you need the background business model, subscriptions rather, that's what does it. If we're going to continue to bring you what we bring you. Now, there are also options down the road where we will put more behind a paywall because we have to. We're not there yet.
I said not to talk about yet.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Because we don't want to go there.
We don't want to go there. Sorry about that.
That's what we're trying to avoid.
We don't want to go there, and we're trying to avoid that.
Don't go there.
It is, as has been said many, many times, that the subscriptions, the bonus show subscriptions, are what fuels the free show for everybody to listen to. And so you're not only getting all the extra stuff, but you're allowing everybody to get a taste of the show. So that's it. And as I said, I black out. I don't remember exactly what I did, but it was... It was,
Is that common when a show is over? You think back and you can't remember what happened?
No, I remember. What's common is I remember what other people did. What's common is like me coming in and fishing for Nikki to say Hanukkah.
Right.
What's common is for me to remember Josh dropping a consonant or you interjecting a joke. I quite often will text Rob, usually over the weekend, if Rob had said something particular on, and I'll just recall it and just text it to him because it made me laugh all over again. But the stuff I do, I don't think in those terms because a lot of people don't, by the way.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you because, I write the summary of the show each day when we post it. And if I don't take notes, I'm kind of lost because, you're doing the show. And
right.
You don't, think back on it. But that's just maybe because we got bad brains. I don't know.
So, it was real. It was serious about the state of the show and where we are with the show. And the biggest change of this show is and surprise to me. Every step of this podcast journey for me has been surprise, surprise, surprise. The biggest surprise is that I'm not pointing fingers at principals. I'm not pointing fingers at who is involved. It doesn't matter. But I am really surprised that this incarnation of the show, as soon as Rob and I started to hump along together as a two-man show, and then Josh came in to produce it.
Almost a year in.
How much the shows have been enjoyable for me and hopefully for the listening audience too. I really enjoy coming in here and doing it. I really do. And I mean, beat to crapola today because Mrs. O'Mara, in her delight, excitement, what have you, I wake up at about 4 a.m., or as I like to refer to it in our household, the pissing hour. And I
love
see,
that short story by Edgar Allan Poe.
I see
it's the pissing hour.
Came a drip, drip, drip. No,
that's disgusting.
And so I see the glow of her phone, and she is going through her work email, and I open my eyes
to a discourteous level where it should disturb you.
No, because it's the phone. Okay. If anybody's discourteous, I bring my full laptop into the marital bed, and if she's trying to sleep, and I turn it on because of my limited eyesight. I have a full Kelvin when I turn my screen on, and it you can actually put your hands up again and warm them in the winter. That's how bright my screen is.
That's how you get your tan.
That's how I get the tan.
Carrie has prevented me from bringing my desktop into the bed.
Very, very uncomfortable because nowhere to put your feet. Really uncomfortable. That's
I straddle it.
That's a lovely picture right there,
isn't it?
So she's leaving. She planned to get us all up at 5:30, which is unbearably early. But now it's 4 o'clock, and I look over to her. We're having a little, lovey moment, and I said to her, "Do you want me to make coffee?" She goes, "Yeah, I really do." So I'm up, and
so no canoodling, or what's that word you use?
Well, because
messel, or what is it called?
Because the original departure time and schedule was going to put me on a tight schedule as far as getting stuff together for the show. So it
no
actually worked
herky
out.
jerky.
No herky jerky. No,
that's not
Herkle Jerkle.
Herkle
Jerkle. All right, there it is.
Herky jerky is something else. I'll send you the photographs of that.
Herky is the nickname of the mascot for Iowa. Herky he's an eagle, isn't he? Whatever it is, but he's
Herky the Hawk. It's the Iowa Hawkeyes, Rob. The Eagle.
I thought they named themselves after Alan Alda.
The Hawkeye. Oh, it makes me think of the best impression Bill Hader does.
That's so great.
Should I really do that? Is that what I'm doing?
I do. I'm doing Hader doing Hawkeye.
So good.
That's wild.
So it's 4 a.m. and I am just goofy right now.
Right.
So 6:30 in the car, take her to the airport. We are blessed with a really quick trip to the airport.
You love your airport. You always
love
have.
my airport. I love the convenience of my airport. I don't love my airport's service to different cities. I wish there were more. But big construction going out there right now. They are expanding that airport multifold. And
do you think you'll get a nonstop to Leesburg Regional Airport?
Yes, I do. I do. The beautiful one when you're coming over the Shenandoah and you lower into it and you can actually, the cool thing about Leesburg Regional Airport.
What's that?
When you come in, the main drag that comes from the west into Leesburg,
Right.
is it Route 7, I think?
7 is the east-west.
And as you
contingent,
come over the last rise hill coming into Leesburg, you literally look like you are flying into the regional airport. There is a view of the airport that you can see, and I always loved that.
Yeah.
It was special. Not that it means anything to anybody.
when
about
people
anything.
are actually landing at Leesburg Regional Airport, or LRA, what they do is
LRA, who calls it? Well, LA, that's the code for it. But
I just
LRA,
I just made it up, actually.
LRA,
I
two
must-
flights a day.
What they do is they guide themselves. They can't use the auto landing. They guide themselves by nail salons, and they see them in the strip malls above Leesburg. And
There it
they,
is.
and they go, and there's Lily Nail, and there's Beauty Nail, and there's
Right.
Elite Nail, and then you're there. And you know what you do? You get off the plane, you get your nails done.
Is it politically incorrect for me to say that I recently patronized a nail salon for a penny? Because even when I was super fat, I didn't like doing that, and I love having it done professionally because I just think they do such a nice job.
I do it as a
And
courtesy to others.
I do as well.
would I be politically incorrect saying that my comfort level was disrupted when the nail tech that visited me was not from a country in the East? She was a Caucasian devil, and it just it made the experience less pleasurable for me. Is that politically incorrect?
That's
to say
politically
that?
incorrect. That's called racism.
But I think I agree with you.
But it's not racism if it's a positive.
Well,
I mean, I'm not being racist towards
what you're doing is you're dividing Asian people against white people, and that's racism. Sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure? You think
Yeah.
so, Josh?
Yeah, I think it's DEI.
He
Internally,
always says
in your
that.
heart.
That's
He always says that.
His favorite initials.
I
Yeah.
know.
No,
No,
it's
my
not like it was
question
a
is-
big deal. I went ahead and let. Yeah.
Did she try to talk to you the entire time?
No.
Okay, good.
No,
'Cause
there were no words
that's
at
my
all.
favorite part.
And
is
I
that
and
they
I
don't
think
talk.
she was from another country.
They, that's
as well.
racist right
the
there.
people,
They.
the people.
I think she was from another country as well. That wasn't the United States.
Like Canada.
No, like Eastern Europe somewhere.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I got an Eastern Europe vibe.
But
from
still,
her.
I think the way that you convey your thought without being racist is that I have other texts that I'm more comfortable with.
Well, I wouldn't be.
I would
totally
say
truthful.
the closest I've been to that situation is I don't like when I get assigned a man.
Yeah, I don't either. I've had that.
Where are
happen,
you
and
guys
that's just
going
not-
that there's men there?
Oh my God, they're all. There's always
Yeah,
the.
there always is.
I almost got really politically incorrect.
Be careful
right there.
now. Be careful.
We always have.
There's
to cut
always the
another segment.
handler. There's always the handler with the tattoos in our salons down here.
All right, we don't have that here. I
Oh,
don't know
yes,
about a
you do.
tattooed hand.
Yes, you
no, there's
probably
like
do.
there's oftentimes a gentleman there, but he's not performing services.
Well,
He seems to be managerial.
Yeah, see,
That would,
yeah.
that would be what Mike's referring to.
That's
yeah, but
exactly what I'm
with
referring
tattoos,
to.
you're like trying to convey like some sort of Samoan gentleman
Well,
running
you're up-
around.
No.
You're up there where
No,
he can be fully covered up in long sleeve and pants, so you don't see
Yeah.
the tattoos.
Okay, I'm sure he's just got a sleeve.
And by the way, the last place I went to was not a place that Carla wants me to go down and see her nail tech that she loves. Carla's in the business essentially of the beauty
Is that
business, so
is that
she's very
Blucher's
particular.
that she wants you to go to?
Frau Blucher.
Yes.
Cue the horses. So, but I don't, because it's all the way down where she works, and I drive enough. I don't need. So I went into the place over by the box
The old age
store,
home.
and it was beautiful. It's like the prettiest one I'd ever been in. Like beautifully appointed chandeliers. It looked like they'd repurposed it from another biz of
Are
some
you
kind.
sure it wasn't a brothel?
No, but it was really, really nice. I'm going to go back. I
Velvet
might go back
sofas.
today.
and
Mine
they had
has
an opium
chandeliers as
room?
well.
Yours has chandeliers?
Yes.
Oh, I
yeah,
love
it's a
it.
strip mall with chandeliers.
The one Carla recommended that's in the same vicinity was I don't like it when I go in there and it doesn't look like it needs a good scrubbing. You know, when you go
Oh.
into the places that need a good scrubbing,
You
right?
don't want to go to an unclean one. No.
Yeah, you know, I'm guessing that you probably have been to the same one for like 11 years. Would that be accurate?
No, I've gone to 3 or 4 different ones. As I said, there's a lot of nail salons in Leesburg.
Okay, all right. So do you have a favorite?
I do.
Okay, all right.
It's Lily Nail, right by the Red Hot and Blue.
Very nice. Very clever.
So you can get your nails done and a pulled pork sandwich.
That's right after you're done.
Exactly.
Never a fan of Red Hot and Blue. Never.
Well, you had it but right by your house when
I
you
did,
were in
and I was
Annapolis.
excited when it came in, and then I realized it tastes like ass.
I like it.
I used to go to that one all the time because it was right down the street.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd get their smokehouse salad every single time.
Okay.
One of the first
Red Hot and
times,
Blue.
one of the first times I met Mike, he was coming into work after a blow up of diverticulitis. Was it?
Yeah.
Not locisitis.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so I picked you up and drove you in. And it was like one of my first big intern duties, and then drove you home after the show because you
Did I buy you Red Hot and Blue?
You did a lot of it, and you
Okay.
said it was great. So there had to have been a time when you liked, and people.
That was your little reward.
That's right.
Did the windmill work back then?
No. But people should know
I don't
this
think
is
the windmills ever worked,
I
Josh.
don't think so.
on Route 50. The Big Pig Windmill is a Red Hot and Blue, and it used to be a point that my kids looked forward to seeing on.
You know,
trips.
Josh, if you continued down the road past the windmill,
Yes.
and you were, say, in the 70s or 80s,
I've been down that road many times, not in the 70s and 80s.
Okay, well, it would have to be the 70s and 80s when you would have another fine eatery that was just up the street.
Wasn't it to the left? If you were
no, it was on the right.
eastbound?
If you're heading towards the Chesapeake Bay Bridge,
Okay.
it would
So
be
past
on the
that church.
right, back off the main drag. A little wonderful eatery called the Whitehall Inn.
Did they have anything they specialized in?
They do.
that?
The Whitehall Inn was a fine sponsor of 81 WYRE Annapolis, and Gene Baxter, a.k.a. Bean of Kevin and Bean,
Yes.
a very well-known Los Angeles personality, started there and worked with me there at WYRE back in the day. And Gene would talk about a particular staple of the Whitehall Inn that people would enjoy all the time. And if you went to the Whitehall Inn, no matter what your entree was, you would always want to get this delicious product for the table, and that was the Whitehall Inn's famous fruit fritters. Thank you.
Mike, was any trip to the Ocean Gateway complete without a delicious stop at the Whitehall Inn?
Patton Oswalt, speaking of old commercials, Patton Oswalt does in his stand-up routine, does the Oarsman Dodge. Yeah.
You can depend
Yeah.
on Oarsman Dodge. Great names.
There were, when I came into radio in the Washington, D.C. market, there were the greatest automobile jingles, and I probably it probably existed for every market in the country. Everybody had their own. I remember Attaway JKJ.
That's a good one.
Attaway JKJ.
And don't forget the juggling owner that would say, before you try another guy, check with Peck before you buy.
Yeah, Old Man Peck.
Yeah,
I feel like every commercial for me back then was Eastern Motors.
Eastern
You're showing your youngerness there.
Yeah.
And
You're-
didn't LeVar Arrington, the man who took my job, didn't he?
Yes.
Didn't
I
he
believe
do
he was one of
Eastern?
them.
a lot of football people did.
And didn't they call it Easterns?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
You
Yes.
go to Easterns.
And Mike, I don't know if
Your
you
job's your
remember
credit.
this one. Your job is your credit.
Job is your credit.
The greatest, probably local DC jingle of all time is a car jingle. And I actually featured it on Cake and Cookies this week, and it's this one. You'll always get your way at Oarsman Chevrolet. It's the #1 dealer with the #1 deals. Step right in and sit behind the wheel. We got service, selection, and credit while you wait. Step right into Oarsman and drive on home today. Key change. Oh, you'll always get your way at Oarsman Chevrolet. The best. The best.
When you talk about Easterns and
Yes.
you talk about the Manassas corridor, where there were many used car dealerships, someone
Is it
really
more
clearly.
of an alley than a
I'm
corridor?
not going to be giving anybody a bulletin here,
Okay.
but it was very clearly explained to me how the game works with it, because I always said to myself, I never really thought deeply about it. I would just drive by and say, well, I know they're selling less expensive cars here,
right?
And they have the big sign that says "We Finance," and somebody explained it very clearly to me that some of these used car finance it with us credit deals will charge upwards of 25% interest on the financing because of the bad credit. And hold on, and that in many cases, if they repo a car, they'll repo the car, but the person could come back. And even though the car was repoed, the person could get credit again because two things.
Yeah.
The interest being as high as it is, and the fact that they can sometimes sell the cars a few times.
Mike, it's almost
like a pawn
as
shop.
It's
like a
almost
pawn shop,
as
right.
if they're making money on the interest and not the sale.
And they go buy at the auction the wholesale cars with like 50,000 plus miles on them, and it's
a cream puff.
It really was like, wow, okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
You know, but that's the game.
Your job's your credit.
I never realized that. Yeah, no, your job's your credit. Your 25% interest is your credit.
That's true.
That's what it is, and that's why they're able to. You know, well, don't we all know that the higher the lower your credit score, the more interest they're going to charge you? That's kind of the way. So if you have horrible credit, like a credit score of 1, come and get your 30% interest rate on your car loan, and then when they repo it, they'll sell it to somebody else, or maybe they'll sell it to you again.
Yeah, come in with a mustache. They won't know.
It's funny. It's great.
If you do buy a car from Easterns, here's my financial pick of the week.
Okay.
Pay it off early.
Sure.
Thank you.
But I mean, technically, you're right. Right.
Yeah, sure.
In order to beat them, but also let's not forget the markup on those fabulous wholesale vehicles that they have. You know?
Yeah, that's true. And Mike, those commercials don't pay for themselves.
Speaking of cars, lots of Cybertrucks around here. I've been seeing a lot of them.
I've seen a lot too.
Boy, a lot of them flying around. They scare me because Elon Musk scares me. Elon Musk scares me more than any human being in America right now. I fully believe that I'm being played by my party because if they're working on getting some interest back on the left, it's working with people like me because I'm picturing him with a big black suit and a black shirt and black socks and black shoes and his pasty white skin, getting to the Treasury Department and sitting there going, well, that's far too much. That's far too much for them to make. We should take it away from them and give it to me. I'm freaked out.
He's dressed like Christopher Lloyd in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That's what he looks like when he shows up.
So I'm afraid of him. So if the goal was to create fear, they have created fear with
remember,
Elon.
those news stations had their highest ratings ever by stroking fear for the first Trump administration.
This is true.
It works. It works for TV entertainment.
Yeah. Well, I was watching a clip from a hearing where your great senator from the state of Virginia, Senator John Warner, is it Mark Warner?
Mark Warner. I don't think John is with us anymore.
No, I believe I took a leak next to him in a restaurant in Washington one time.
Did you get any on his leg?
No, but I said to him, I literally said at the urinal, and we were 2 apart, which means you can maybe talk a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
And I'm sitting there, and I got it in my hand, and I said to Senator John Warner, I said, well, I can tell my mom that I'm doing what I did, and I did it next to a United States senator, and he not even missed a beat and said, and you can tell her it doesn't amount to a pile of warm spit. It was like bing, bang, boom. One of the greatest moments I've had with a celebrity in my lifetime. And then
that's pretty
he
cool.
was on his way, and if I could, I think the name of the restaurant, it's weird, the stuff I remember, was a restaurant called Red Sage in downtown
That wasn't an
DC.
adult place?
No, it wasn't. No. I did occasionally go to other places.
Well, I was just commenting on the name.
Did he wash his hands on the way out?
I don't remember. I was too excited that he
No, he touched Mike on the cheek, though.
Hello, son.
It didn't amount to a mantle of warm spit.
Yeah.
It says Red Sage was a Tex-Mex restaurant in D.C. That's
Okay.
no longer there.
There it is. That's where we were. So getting back to Elon Musk very briefly,
Yeah.
when I see Elon Musk, I think of Squid Game. That's what I think of. I think
Right.
of Squid Game, and he will be in a huge castle somewhere, pulling the strings for everybody, and he will pull those strings with a total lack of empathy and cold, detached hostility.
I
You
like
don't
the
need to
idea
be. You don't
of
need to
the
be
doll.
afraid, Mike, because I don't know if you watched the inauguration a couple weeks ago, but our president promised, and a Bible was nearby. He promised to uphold the Constitution. So I think we're going to be okay.
Okay, well, we'll see. What did you say, Josh? Before
I like the idea of a giant Trump doll, like that doll in Squid Game. Just turns the head.
and then everybody gets shot.
You see, you're making it be such a bad thing. Why can't it be like Burning Man? It could be a big straw doll of the president, and everyone is having a great time.
Or see, and then when you say Burning Man, I go to Wicker Man
And I
with
go,
Nicolas Cage. Remember Wicker Man?
of course.
Remember? That's a horrible movie. He goes to the island and they
Bees.
burn him to death. Oh, my God. Wicker Man. I don't know. Well, this was a whole lot of nothing. We're going to take a break now.
We
and,
sure covered a lot of ground in that break, though.
But I'm all about the technology of electric vehicles. And, excuse me, later on in the broadcast, I'd like to tell you about my wonderful experience with my own electric vehicle.
Excellent.
It was just ducky. But we've business to take care of before that, and we have a little news to share with you because lots going on, people. We'll be back right after this. Hey, I love polo shirts. It's like a Florida uniform.
It is.
It's either T-shirts or polo shirts. So if you go polo, you might as well get the best, ladies and gentlemen. I mean the best. Hypernatural. Hypernatural was called the best men's polo shirt of 2024 by Men's Journal. Hypernatural offers polos, tees, and button-ups. I love that name, button-ups. Aren't they button down?
Mike, they're a little too classy to make a button down. They make a button up.
Well, they deliver unmatched comfort and style, featuring hyper-cool Jade technology. Hi, I'm Jade, and this is my technology.
She works at Red Sage.
For natural cooling. The heat is just around the corner, so you're going to need this. You can feel good buying Hypernatural. The shirts are 95% biodegradable with 0% virgin polyester. Virgin! And 50% regenerated materials, plus plastic-free packaging, no poly bags, tags, or unnecessary waste. Only recycled materials. Shirts are naturally odor-free, odor-resistant, I should say, and stay fresh even after multiple wears. With classic or slim fits, you can detox and upgrade your wardrobe with shirts that are truly better by nature. Find them today at hypernaturalstyle.com, and if you use our code, TMOS, you get the highest discount they offer. That's 20%. Just head to hypernaturalstyle.com and use the promo code TMOS to get yours at 20% off. Hypernaturalstyle.com and code TMOS. Hypernatural. Better by nature. Oh, it did it again. I remembered it this time though, so I won't. But I should have done it without the.
Well, you
without
had a
the
big
delay.
day. You went to the Aeropuerto. You've been busy.
Tom Brady doesn't have a personal favorite in this year's Super Bowl. He just wants to see a great game.
Does he have a personal favorite when it comes to tooth care?
He's got great choppers, doesn't he?
Oh, I think they've been veneered up. I think it's a different
whatever.
face.
Hey, whatever gets you there. I'd buy veneers if I could.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't mind seeing the Chiefs win because it'll be nice.
Of course.
He says it'll be nice to see someone else get all the hate instead of him. Here's his quote. People always no. I'm not doing it, Tom Brady. People always hated on us for so many years, and I didn't understand it because all I did was we try to do things in the right way. Do you think he's that deluded?
Yep.
That the guy that's in the middle of it doesn't understand the way football fans think and how bitter and miserable football fans
He's
are?
either deluded or he's playing us, and a lot of America buys it. Because he's so great, Mike. That's how great he is.
We try to do things the right way. We try to go out there and compete for our job and win. Keep talking, Tom. Everybody will forget to hate the Chiefs because they'll go back to hating on your sorry ass.
Well, he's just sticking to the script the NFL gave him. You have to root for the Chiefs, and then you have
I just
to
said
be
about one of the greatest quarterbacks in the history of the game, his sorry ass. His sorry ass with all his Super Bowl rings.
Don't you love when he puts them all on at once?
It's great. So exciting.
Yeah.
They had lots of cheating accusations as well.
Deflategate.
Just like the Chiefs.
Yes.
And the cameras.
At the Jets practice, stealing their plays.
Yeah. And he also put a tack on Belichick's chair.
Oh, so he adds it, because if you didn't hate him after that first
Oh, you got
quote-
more? There's more.
This is one little tip in for you. To be in this country and not cheer for excellence is beyond me. Oh, Tom.
Well, I believe we all proved that at the last election.
So, as I'm putting together the news today, I said, all right, I'll put that in there just because it's a good time to be snarky for us. And then, on the heels of that story, this crossed my desk, and I thought it was fairly interesting.
It's a twofer.
Because you have not heard this story until now. Most of you, I hadn't. Giselle Bündchen. Hello, Giselle. Giselle Bündchen.
Hello.
Giselle Bündchen.
There's almost two syllables in the U, so it's a Bündchen.
Giselle Bündchen.
And then a hard stop. Chin.
Giselle Bündchen.
That's perfect. Print it.
She's a mom again.
Oh.
We don't know much more than that. There's no word on the actual birth date or the sex of the baby. We do know that this is Giselle's first child with her boyfriend, Joaquim Valente.
What's his name?
Joaquim Valente.
Okay.
I love you, Giselle. I love you. Look how large I am.
Who are you?
I'm Joaquim Valente.
Do you have a job of any sort?
I do. I make babies. I am a baby maker.
Baby maker.
She has two other kids with the ex that we quoted before, Tom Brady. A 15-year-old son named Benjamin Brady, and a 12-year-old daughter named Vivian Brady.
Hi, I'm Vivian Brady.
Giselle's 44, so relatively late in life to have a baby, and congratulations.
She's
I didn't know.
close
Did you
close
hear
in
anything
age to
about
John.
that story until that moment?
No, I thought she was remaining celibate.
Do you think he's upset?
Brady?
You think Tom's upset about that?
If he was, what's his name? Joaquin's going to go away, just like the NFL wants. Gone.
What do you
They'll
mean?
kill him.
Oh,
They'll
you
kill
think he'll off him? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that.
No.
I don't think
I didn't know that the NFL's out killing people that Brady doesn't like.
Of course they
Rob
are.
speaks like it's happened many times before.
Yes, he does.
It
He's got his
has.
theories. You know,
It has.
We bring him these NFL stories, and he adds his own flavor. which
What
I
do
think-
you think happened to Sam Huff, the greatest middle linebacker in the history of the NFL, mysteriously passing away?
Yeah, Rob thinks he was murdered.
Right.
Bill Burr called Howie Mandel a Hollywood whore last week.
I remember.
For catching him off guard by bringing out his alleged half-brother, Billy Corgan. That's a bit, right?
Yeah.
Well, what's the big deal? I don't understand.
No.
I think that what happened is Burr did not expect the bit. I think
Right.
it was
He wasn't
sprung
given
on
a
him.
heads up.
So what?
I
No,
know
it
he's a
doesn't matter.
comic. He should roll with it.
I don't know. I think it might be as if in this show I said, "All right, Mike, we've got a guest," and pop Don on the screen.
Okay, I get it.
They've had
okay.
some-
All right. Okay, I get it.
That's
I get
not
it.
happening, is it?
Not preparing.
Not today.
Well, Rob, I'm glad you mentioned that. Because,
Oh, no.
Anyway, this is the quote from Howie. Howie issued an apology on Tuesday's episode of the podcast. But if you're a guest
Yeah,
on a show, it's different than being the host of the show.
I
Right?
agree.
This is what Howie said. I want to apologize. I feel horrible. I'm sorry, Bill. I'm sorry, Billy. I only tried to do something good. All this sounds like this might be a legitimate half-brother situation to me, but they're not. I thought it was just because they were both bald.
Yeah, I think it's
I don't
because
know.
they look alike.
They look the same.
They look amazingly similar. This is
But
Howie
Corgan
going on.
doesn't talk like this. He doesn't
I
talk like
legitimately, Howie said, I legitimately thought I was doing something nice. I swear to you, I thought it was funny. Howie also said that he texted Burr right after the incident and he never got a reply. That makes me smell a rat. That makes me think they're just hyping.
Yeah, the
hyping
fact
with
that this
yeah.
is still a story after 2 weeks and it's
Right.
really a non-story to begin with, I think we're being Tom Hanks.
Absolutely. That's
Well, the way Howie introduced and set it up before Corgan came in, was saying that years ago Bill Burr told him this story about how he thinks they're half brothers or something.
And Bill Burr had never met Billy Corgan, right?
I don't think so. I think they've had some letters back and forth or emails.
That's interesting. They've separated at birth or something.
Do you feel that you are in this side? Are you Team Howard Mandel?
No.
Are you Team Corgan?
I'm Burr. I'm Team
Me
Burr
too.
all the way.
Unless this
Bill
was
Burr's one of
planned
my
out.
all-time favorite comedians.
Unless this
in
is
the
planned
world.
out, then I'm against them all.
Bill
because they're all
Burr
guilty.
doesn't need any hype from me. Everybody knows he's a great stand-up. He does great stand-up specials. But, man, Bill Burr, when he used to go on Conan O'Brien, was the gold standard. If you want to go and see Bill Burr and see Conan handle a guest magnificently, look up Bill Burr on Conan O'Brien, and you will just see Bill Burr go. And Bill Burr, and when you let him go, the stuff that comes out of his mouth is hysterically funny. It really is. Black Sabbath's reuniting for one last show this summer, and this time it's the full-on original band of Ozzy Osbourne, Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and drummer Bill Ward, who wasn't part of the last reunion. The last time the original lineup performed together was 20 years ago at Ozfest 2005. The show set for July 5th. Get your plane tickets because it's in Birmingham, England.
I already got my tickets and a passport.
What are the odds?
Oh, he'll be there.
What are the odds?
100% he'll be there.
Yeah, he'll be there.
This is going to be a huge metal show featuring bands like Metallica, Slayer, Pantera, Tom
All
Gavin.
your favorites, Mike.
Fantastic. This will actually be a double farewell for Ozzy because he'll also do his final solo set. Well, thank God for that.
And remember the last time we saw him, they literally had him in a stand like an action figure.
Yeah, it's not looking good. His last full solo show was in 2018. Profits from the show will benefit 3 charities: Cure Parkinson's, Birmingham Children's Hospital, and Acorns Children's Hospice. Tickets go on sale on Valentine's Day. So there's that if you're looking
Jimmy
for that.
will be there, and that's good.
Do you think Jimmy will go? Yeah, he travels anywhere. He'll go.
Yeah.
He goes to like New Zealand on a whim. That's the way he does it. Saying it's the dawn of a new day is a sort of feeling that people get when they wake up in the morning. Let's be honest. For a lot of people, it's the worst part of the day if you have to get up and slay the dragon.
Yeah.
According to a new study, mornings are actually the happiest time of the day when people are happier, more satisfied, and less downbeat.
That's why we do this show in the morning. So you're happy
most of the time.
No, I hate.
I'm happy, right?
I hate the mornings, but when we key the mic,
You hate the mornings? I thought you were a morning
I don't
guy.
like to get up in the morning. No,
Really?
But when we get down and do this show, that's when my day starts. That's my favorite part of the day is doing the show.
Experts analyzed data from almost 50,000 adults throughout 2 years and found that regardless of the day, a person wakes up in a good mood, and that's the best they're going to feel all day. I think circumstances would play some sort of role in that, right?
I don't see anyone that pops out of bed and say, "This is going to be great." Maybe it's the type of people I was brought up around. But
I mean,
a Disney show.
I don't know if you guys can relate, but you probably can because you're both dads like I
Yeah.
am. I would say circumstances that make me the very happiest are something really incredible that happens for my kid. That's when I'm absolutely either for Catherine, for Elizabeth, or for Michael. And I actually know down to an actual circumstance
yes.
what is the lowest I get. Or got, I should say, past tense.
Do you care to share it? That's
Would
pretty
you like to
personal.
guess? You know me pretty damn well, Rob. You know me pretty damn well.
I would have to say it's was it following the second divorce?
No. And that's too broad anyway.
Oh, so there's a
moment.
specific moment.
Whenever Carla and I are driving back or walking back or leaving a casino when we've lost badly.
That is bad. That is bad.
You know in your own mind that you have literally pissed things away.
Yep.
And it's the worst feeling. And
Well, it's
and
the
you go
complete
back.
opposite of driving to the casino.
It is. There is
Yeah.
a spring in the step. Hope springs eternal. Going to the casino.
This is the
when
time.
you're,
This is the time.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And if you were in the downtown Grand lobby, you could have seen those many different modes. Like first thing in the morning, hi everybody, how are you? How's it going? And then walking away, I don't have time now. Don't have time.
Mike, the
Don't
best
time.
example ever, and Carla wasn't even with us on this trip, was the trip to Iowa when we went to the casino. And we had a lovely meal at the casino, Josh, and everyone was on cloud nine, and we walked into the casino and we split up, and like 10 minutes later, Mike walks by me and he says, I just had a huge hit in the high rollers room. I'm up this much money. He
Go
was
home.
so excited. And he said, I'm going to call Carla. And you called Carla, and I watched this. He said, I've won X number of dollars. And then we split up, and like 40 minutes later, I see Mike, and he's downtrodden. I said,
Yeah.
What's the matter? He says, I'm an effing degenerate gambler. And that's all he said. And he walked away because not only had he lost the money, he called Carla when he had the money.
Yep.
And now he doesn't have it.
Yeah, that was the mistake.
That was the big mistake. Last night, I am watching online. This is dangerous for me because I shouldn't, but I do. I'm watching Vegas Matt again. Vegas Matt, who was celebrating, hey, get this, guys, 1 million subscribers on
That's
YouTube.
great.
1 million.
Good for Vegas, Matt.
Look at Rob diminish thing. That's a pretty amazing accomplishment for anybody.
Sure. Yeah.
1 million
Yeah,
subscribers.
he's probably
And
got one of those nice plaques.
Yeah.
the thing about it is, he celebrated by one night, one live video, gambling $1 million in the casino.
Must be
And
nice.
It's up, down, up, down, up, down, and then at the very end, they were down a little bit, and he gambled one hand of baccarat for $100,000, and he won. And it's just, that's the addiction right there. And if you watch too much of that, it's never going to happen.
Before the
It's, amazing.
baccarat, it was fascinating, Josh. He was playing a penny slot of Buffalo, and he just up, down, up.
Got hammered on Buffalo, got hammered on Huff and Puff,
God,
got
I
hammered
hate
on all
that
the
we know the
slots.
names.
Yeah. Got hammered on all the slots, and then just erased his losses by playing one hand at 100.
How did he do it red hot?
He is a little smarmy.
Yeah.
He really is, and he completely blew us off. Which,
Yes,
I still, if Josh was to text me in the afternoon and say he's coming on, I'd love to just pick his brain. I
Sure.
really, really would. But they're cagey, aren't they, Josh? They're a little bit cagey.
They are. I was sent a WhatsApp number for Vegas Matt, so I need to reach out. And
Okay,
see.
yeah. See if you can get him on, because he just and you know what might get him? Say you want to talk to him about reaching 1 million subscribers.
All right, I'll
You
go
know?
with that angle.
That's
Mike,
that's
and
right.
for those of us who are not in
Then
the
I'll
know,
ask for the $200 donation for the podcast. Yes, Rob.
for those of us who are not in the know, can you just give us a thumbnail of the way Vegas Matt talks, so we have something to look forward to?
Hey, we're here. I've got the money here. We're real excited about it.
Not
and we're
what I
gonna see what
expected.
happens.
That's
No.
great. Okay.
Did you expect? Hi, I'm Vegas
Yeah, I did.
Matt."
Of course I did.
Oh, Rob, you guys, look the guy. You know what? Can you get a clip of this guy, Josh, for
Vegas
Rob?
Matthew,
I'm
Las
sure I
Vegas
can.
Matthew.
Nothing like, not in a million years you would not expect. This is
Okay.
the whitest man in America right here.
Handsome fellow?
This is you'll be the judge.
I will tell you. I'll rate him 1 to 10.
This guy is as vanilla as it comes,
This
except for
guy-
the clothing. He does wear a little bling.
This
Nice.
is not what I expected him to look like.
Okay.
Neither one of you have seen the guy.
Here comes
No.
Vegas Matt.
No.
All right, here we go.
Hold on,
take
I've got to
a peek at
download
the-
it first, so give me
Okay.
a moment.
Okay.
So Vegas Matt does the videos with like his son, who edits all the video for
That's
him,
Vegas
and like a
Pat,
couple of
isn't it?
other minions. He's got a posse. He's
Do
got
you
a
know how
posse
to-
because he's got all that money.
Do you know how to play Baccarat? I wouldn't know if I sat down at the table.
You would know it in. You would go online, learn it, and you'd
Yeah.
know it in You would learn the game in less than 5 minutes. It's that simple. I don't play it, so I don't remember what it is. It's about getting the number 8. and what the
That's my
values
favorite
are.
number.
And if the dealer gets it or you get it, it's a push. But if you get it and the dealer doesn't, or you do better, it's basically beating the dealer by a number. And if you go over it, it's
Is
very.
that the game
it's
where
not
they have the
complicated.
long, thin spatula for flipping cards?
I don't think so. No,
Oh, because I like
don't
that.
think so.
That's kind of
Okay.
neat. All right.
All right. Do we have Vegas, Matt?
It's taking a moment to download. It's coming.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. Let's stand by on that one, and let's get our last story before we get the Vegas Matt here. Finally today, your brain is 99.5% brain tissue, but the rest, what do you think's in there? Some
I
might
would
say water. You know,
metals, some sort of metal.
no, you're close though. Plastic.
Really?
That's the unsettling takeaway from a new study co-led by a guy named Matthew Campen, who found microplastics in human brains at far higher levels than organs. Even more troubling, these tiny particles are accumulating rapidly, having increased 50% over the past 8 years.
Yikes.
On average, the brain samples studied contained about 7 grams of microplastics, roughly the weight of an average plastic spoon. Microplastics have been detected in various parts of the body: lungs, liver, kidneys, placenta, blood, semen, and even breast milk. The most common microplastic that researchers detected was polyethylene, widely used in packaging materials like bottles and cups. What's more, many of these particles were smaller than previously thought. Some are no bigger than viruses. That's why,
Gross.
it's the reason also I'll be writing to Kraft Foods and urging them to put 2 singles in every plastic wrapper.
Mike, that's you making a step. I actually have a plastic spoon in my brain.
That's
it's
it.
all together.
And it blocks important thoughts from frivolous, nonsensical thoughts.
It's actually a spork.
Yes, there you go. All right, do we have Vegas,
Stick it
Matt?
in your ear.
Yeah,
All
okay.
right, here we go.
I've never played Quick Strike Mystery something or other.
Oh, no!
There's 10 different
Yeah, it's
games
not
on
what you
there.
picture at
EJ
all.
says we're going to start with
But check
jalapeno
out that
popping
chain.
poppers or something like that. I like these must hits. The mini looks pretty high. Let's see if we can fire that one in there.
Jumping jalapeno.
Jumping jalapenos.
I
Jumping
knew if I just
jalapeno.
left it go and Mike would just sit there and watch the entire video.
I would stop it, and
Yes.
I'm very disappointed right now that you stopped it before you started gambling, because then I would drift off
He
and
looks
completely forget the show.
He looks like an anchorman, like someone you
He
would
does.
see on television.
He
He's
does.
a handsome
And-
fellow.
and I need to know more about him. I just
Yeah.
need to know more about the guy.
I'll
but
reach
I
out
feel
again.
It's personal with me, when you don't come on this show. I mean,
Is
you're
it
an
okay if
internet
he comes in
gamer.
virtually, or does he have to come to your home?
Well,
Rob, you know
they've
the
got
answer to that.
casino down the street.
Yeah, I'll fly to him.
Why don't you meet at Leesburg Regional Airport?
I'll fly out to Vegas and do a gambling session with him. No, I won't. Carla won't let me. We have to take a break. When we
Tell
come
her
back,
it's a TMOS extra.
my own tribute,
Yeah.
as dumb as it may sound, to technology when we return. And also later in the show, we are going to get another puzzle piece, but I'm told it doesn't really matter anymore because it already has been solved.
Well, we'll see.
No,
We'll see.
We've never told people if they've got it right or not.
Oh, we haven't.
But we will
Okay.
unveil the location today.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right.
So
I'm
someone
sorry.
may or may not have solved it.
Sometimes I just don't pay attention in rehearsal. Hi, everybody. Hey, listen up, beautiful maniacs. Dermglow Skin loves new beginnings. So, what are your aspirations for the future? Dermglow Skin and my bride, Carla, are here to empower you. Whether you resolve to lose a pound or 100, even 200 pounds, Carla is there for you, guiding you, letting Dermglow Skin be your partner for all your peptide needs as well. Explore semaglutide, tirzepatide, Samorelin, B12, NAD+. Forgot to take that today. That would have
Gotta
helped
do it,
me.
Mike.
That would have helped me with my fatigue.
Yeah,
Synapsin,
Fatigue.
glutathione, PT141, and the most amazing variety of skincare products. I use the Repair Bar and the Sun Guard because I'm out in the sun in Florida all the time. They're all delivered to your doorstep so you can experience the comfort of transformation from your own home. Even better, Carla is always here to support you. Her email inbox never closes. Visit dermglowskin.com. Let me spell that for you.
Thank you.
DERMGLOWSKIN. dermglowskin.com. I am Mike O'Mara, and I will see you at the Commissioner's Party this weekend in New Orleans. Yes, I'll be the rakish brute wearing beads and a Mahomes jersey. Find me, and I shall kiss you and perhaps take you to my lagoon. Now go in peace.
I'm How are things at your lagoon?
Well, the lagoon in Rancho de los Muertos is chock-a-block with other humans now, Rob.
I understand.
It is. And when I make my commute from Happy Valley to Rancho de los Muertos, it's become just a tad problematic. So much so now that yesterday I took my leave. And I just didn't want to linger longer because sometimes I do to beat the traffic, but we finished too early and I simply had to deal with it.
When you do that, do you stand and put your finger in the air and say, I shall take my leave?
I go. The wind is nigh. I shall take my leave. My liege. So I hit the road at approximately 5:45 p.m., which is the teeth.
I would say the center of it,
absolute teeth of the rush hour. And I am here to say I have not had the cojones yet to try it's called assisted plus driving. It's one click better than cruise control because if you are paying attention, it will drive the car for you. Now, if you are distracted, it will give you a warning. Like you can't, get in there, press the button, and then make a margarita. You can't do that. What you have to do is you have to click it. It gives you an indicator. Your hands are on the wheel when you do it, and then you take them off. A little green light comes on, and then the car is driving itself. But you cannot take your eyes off the road for any length of time. If you do, it will warn you, and then it will actually auto-stop thinking that you're impaired in some way.
How does it know if you're looking at the road?
It has a camera that sees, and even through sunglasses, will notice whether you are looking or not looking. Because I tried the experiment where I was going like this with the sunglasses on to see, with my head straight to see, and it knew that I was taking my eye off the road.
Wow.
I don't know what it's got. Whether
can we buy those videos?
It's got some sensors on the steering wheel as well.
It's got sensors everywhere, and I've done it when I'm cruising at highway speed because there's not a lot of traffic, and you can just do it, and it works great. But I said, you know what? What's the most tedious part of rush hour traffic? Brake, stop. Brake, start. Start, stop. Start, stop. Start, stop. It's just a total drag. So I said, well, instead of the old foot dance that I'm doing on the pedals, why don't I set it to about 25, because that's what traffic at its fastest would get up to, and see what happens. And so going at that slow speed, I'm still nervous because I'm coming up on somebody and I've got a medium level of distance that I keep between. And lo and behold, I'm telling you, it worked like a charm. It worked like a charm even after the stop and go opened up a bit, and it would go 50 down to nothing. It would go 55 down to nothing. And it worked for me. I went from the Happy Valley exit all the way to the Rancho de los Muertos exit without touching anything. And because I'm a rube, because I'm a total stupid rube, look at me. I know I have tinted windows and it's hard to see in the car. And I want people to know that my car is driving itself. So I rolled down the window and I put my arms up like this.
You see, then
because I'm an idiot.
I'm
an idiot.
You're going to get an alert then because your hands aren't on the wheel.
No, the hands don't need to be on the wheel. Your eyes have to be on the road. The hands were never on the wheel. So I drove like this, and
the Teslas need your hands on the wheel.
Oh no, this
so
doesn't.
Does the Subaru? Yeah.
No, this doesn't. The Yugo does not need that.
Now,
and,
the little.
And by the way, if you drove by me when I had my hands up like that. Let me see if I can give you the look. All right, so I'm driving like this.
Right, we're getting the side view.
I do like this.
Hands behind your head.
There it is.
Now, are you allowed to select the amount of follow room between you and the car in front of you?
Yeah, you can high, medium, low. So you can.
Okay,
if you
that's
do
cool.
low, I think it's dumb because low is you're kissing somebody's bumper and you don't want that to happen. And it's got. It's also got. I also changed lanes, which is funny because it does if you go all the way. Do you know how certain directional signals have a quick turn and then a full turn where you can leave it on, or you can just tap it and it gives you the that lane change? If you hit the lane change signal, it'll change lanes automatically for you. in it and still keep up with the stuff. I mean, the technology, mind-boggling. I was really, really.
What if you
excited
push
about
in the
that.
cigarette lighter?
If you push in the cigarette lighter, it won't burn you, and what'll come out is a perfectly lit Marlboro Light
That you can eat.
you can eat. Anyway, I'm a Rube. I don't think anybody gives a rat's ass what I'm doing. So I mean, I rolled up the window after.
Yeah.
that, but
Were
cool.
you screaming any tunes when you rolled down the window?
No, but I was saying out the window a couple of times with the with the wind coming on me. I can use the loud cup to sort of indicate what it would sound. Say, "I'm Mike O'Mara. Don't you wish you were me?" Whee! But it didn't work out that way. All right, let's take a break, and when we come back, let's
Puzzle.
see the puzzle piece
Yes.
and the broken coffee machine.
Oh, this is bad.
Or do you want to do an unboxing?
Well, the unboxing might be better because I think the coffee machine is going to grow hair.
All right.
It's bad.
That'll get caught in your throat. We'll be right back, everybody.
Clean it out.
Clean it good. Clean it real good.
Descaling.
Hey, I've got a question for you peoples. How would you like to be the most interesting person at the big party this weekend? Yes. How would you like to be the Miguel Angel Jimenez of your party? He's the most interesting senior golfer, you know.
Oh, I did
Don't
not know
lie.
that.
What's that?
I did not know that.
Oh, he's very cool. He has a very good stretching routine. Don't lie about having your own sitcom on MeTV. That is a lie. Just show up with a bottle of wine from an independent winemaker with a truly unique story from Naked Wines. This podcast is sponsored by Naked Wines, a subscription service that seamlessly connects you to the finest independent winemakers on the planet. You get a case of the market's best quality wine, a fraction of the price you'd normally pay in stores, and you use our code. If you do that, you get 6 bottles of wine for $39.99. I have not, to date, gotten one single clunker, and I have purchased multiple bottles of wine, multiple cases of wine from Naked Wines. They rock. Naked Wines believes great wine's an experience that helps you connect with your friends, family, and community over a shared bottle of the grape. Turn off the noise of the outside world and uncork a bottle to celebrate the little joys in life. Plus, you can pause or cancel at any time. Let's go! You need to join Naked Wines, the community, right now. Head to nakedwines.com/TMOS and put in our code TMOS for both the code and password. You'll get 6 bottles of wine for just $39.99 with shipping included. That's nakedwines.com/TMOS. Code and password, 6 bottles, $39.99. Good luck with that sitcom. Thank you. Let's get to Rob's exciting, titillating unboxing video. I can't wait.
Now, Mike, this is a funny thing because when I lost weight because I was dying, my hat size changed. It went from like an 8 to like a 7 3/4.
I know that because everyone knew. Everyone that's ever worked with you knew that you had water on the brain.
Exactly. And Mike, I pissed it all out, and now my head is tiny.
Yeah.
But because of this, I can buy hats now. I didn't, hats, I would almost always get sized out of hats. They'd stop.
Did you, with that said, and not having a totally small cranium myself,
right.
Don't you believe that the majority of hats are vastly undersized anyway?
Absolutely.
Especially if you go like a tourist shop or something like it's like for bean heads. It's like for Beetlejuice heads.
I have to wonder what people are, John, before I say anything, what is your hat size?
I believe it's 7 3/4.
Oh, that's
maybe
pretty
7
big.
maybe
That's
7 and a half.
mine. That's
I
mine.
don't know. I'd have to pull one of these down and
That's very
take a
good.
look.
Tons of Oriole fitted hats in Josh's home. Just
There's like
everywhere you
there's
look.
like 50 hats in my office.
50 hats.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I love that.
Here,
So, oh my God, he has them hanging.
Oh.
And
Do you have
what's
a
below them?
stick? Do you have a stick where you can retrieve them?
No, I'm tall.
Okay.
I can just reach out.
There it is.
Wasn't there a picture under to your right? Wasn't there a picture under your hats?
Well, he
Was
wants
there
you
a
to-
picture
he
under
wants
my
you to
hat?
show
Yeah,
the camera
over
again.
there.
Right.
Tilt it over there again.
Oh, the TV?
Oh, it's the TV. I thought it was
What do
like
you
a
think? I just had
poster. I'm sorry.
You thought it was a poster of
I
Trump?
thought it was a Trump poster.
No, he just got it on Fox News that he watches like 24/7.
But Mike, he pauses it on the president.
It's either Newsmax or Fox News. Just watching that all the time. All right, go ahead. Unbox your thing.
So I was looking for a top hat because I've always wanted a top hat, and I found one, but it's on delay. They have to custom make the top hat. So I was browsing the hat store, and
Is this a Groundhog Day thing?
No, it's not.
You saw the guys and got excited.
No. I ordered the top hat way before.
Why? That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to add anything to it. Why?
It's one of the most elegant of hats. I've always wanted one, and I've never been able to find one that would fit me. And now I've got one that can fit me, and it's being made in Germany right now. And Mike, it is, before you ask, one of the top hats that smooshes down and then pops back open.
Will you have it in time for our event that we're teasing?
Yes, I will. But I can't unbox that yet because I'm going to show you the hat I bought alongside of it.
Oh, that has arrived?
Okay.
If you buy the second hat, shipping is free. So I browsed and I said, this is what I need. And it came. This is a great.
Is this a particular hat store?
Yes, it's called American Hat Makers. They're online.
You should get in touch with them. Rob, you could get a sponsorship. You should call them and ask them if they'd be interested in advertising.
I should, because I am so happy with this item.
Okay, see, that's kind of the way. And occasionally that hits the mark.
So I have to move my headphones down.
What a beautiful advertiser for the show.
Oh, and I'm pretty intrigued by their website.
All right, there you go.
If I'm on the right website.
Fantastic.
Is it a hat website?
It is. Lots of cowboy hats.
The right one. Yeah, that's
cowboy hats all over it.
So, Mike, I show you.
You notice when we start talking about advertising, he just doesn't participate at all. What is that?
It's a derby hat.
Can you take your headphones off, please?
Yes, I can.
With the headphones on, it looks like a old outdoor hat.
And your black background, it's hard to see. You're gonna.
Well, I
have
can
to
put the
kind of
box
lean
behind
down.
me. Hold on.
All right. There's his derby.
Isn't it handsome?
His derby. That's wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful.
Maybe I'm going to become a hat guy. I don't know.
That's exciting. That's really, really exciting.
It goes great with a walking stick and an overcoat.
Can you get any kind of hat on this site?
They've got dozens of hats.
All right, so let's hold off before we even give them any more promotion.
Right.
I think we have found an advertiser. I've loved hats my whole life.
There's like 50 different top hats.
Yep.
On the top hat page.
And what's really great, they have beautiful selections of fedoras, which I've always liked, but I believe this company has the different fedoras that Indiana Jones wore in all the different movies. I mean, like subtle changes, but they've got them all.
Let me ask this, because you don't leave the home very often, but let me ask this question. The Derby, what circumstance would you ever see yourself wearing that out of doors?
In the cold. You have to cover your hat in the cold, Mike. You have to cover your head.
Would you take it would you go to the grocery store with it?
Yes, I would. I would go to the grocery store.
If he's going to go investigate a crime.
Yes, Sherlock. What about the top hat? Where would you wear the top hat?
The top hat will be, I have been invited to a black tie wedding in March, and I may wear it there.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
that might be stealing attention from the bride.
Yeah, that's kind of making
Well, I'm
it
wearing
all
a white
about you.
tuxedo. Is that bad?
Are you really?
No, I'm not.
Well, no,
You
you've
can't wear
done that. You love wearing your costumes.
Well, the white dinner jacket is great, but you can't wear white to a wedding because the bride wears
Of
white.
course.
Right.
But don't you, what Josh said, do you think maybe that would be really kind of stealing the thunder from the bride and groom? If
Don't know
all of a
if you-
sudden a massive man walks through the door with a top hat like Odd Job and just comes saddling
Hey, I
into the
haven't tried to
church?
chop anything yet.
But I suppose that's a
Maybe
formal
maybe the
occasion.
derby might be better suited for the wedding.
No, I say go all out. I think you wear the top hat to the wedding and you arrive in a horse-drawn carriage.
And the course cannot be white because it would take away from the bride.
Yeah. Is it a friend's kid that's getting married? Because you're at that age.
No, it's my cousin. It's my cousin Sammy. And
Okay.
I'm actually really excited about it. Congratulations to him and Britton, who I just met a couple weeks ago. She's fantastic. But their wedding, Mike, how great is this? Their wedding is in Memphis, and their black tie reception is at the Peabody Hotel.
Oh, that's right. You know what? If there was a hotel in the United States where wearing a top hat would be cool,
okay, right?
Yeah. Oh man, we'll have to see this outfit if you decide to do it.
Absolutely, I will. Yeah.
What would be Are you're not in the wedding party, are you?
I'm the celebrant. Not really.
But everybody's wearing a tux?
It is black tie optional. That's what it says on the invitation.
Not for you, though, right?
Think of all the
it's a
flowers you
requirement.
could toss out of that top hat.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, now, before the wedding, he comes down and he's just
Yes.
like dumping them down there. That's awesome. I love it.
Before the evening is over, I will be eating soup out of the hat.
That's exciting. Way to go, Curly. Look, do it.
And
I
you
say
know
do
what?
it. Who cares about stealing attention?
So
You go
many
ahead.
great people have worn derby hats. Curly Howard,
Yes.
Oliver Hardy, Charlie Chaplin.
Well,
They're just
would
so
you
many.
commit to either the derby or the top hat, depending on how you
Absolutely.
feel?
But I do know this: the top hat will travel better because it flattens.
Right.
Or the
Derby hat.
you
Yeah.
just wear on the flight.
Yeah, that'd be good. Somehow that would piss off someone near me.
And even if you have an assigned seat, whoever's sitting next to you, you walk up to them and go, "Excuse me,
no, it would be more like
is this seat taken?"
it would be. Pardon me, sir. I was wondering if I have access to the window seat.
There you go. That's your movie actor. From
Yeah, Sidney Greenstreet. He's another derby wearer right
and
there.
long since dead. We'll take a break. When we
no
come
break.
back, there's
We have to do the puzzle.
Oh, stop that. Yeah.
Turn the music. Sorry.
Okay, stop it. Let me put on my puzzle hat.
All right. Puzzle hat coming.
I can't put it on over the headphones.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's puzzle piece
Yes.
for the Mike O'Mara Show.
And remember,
C.
today we unveil the location.
Okay, very good. Here we go. You're a funny man.
Would you
You
like the
are.
real location?
You are, yeah. But he's
Well, Mike, you
this
should
is
explain.
By the way, this is high comedy for Josh Soroka right now.
Oh, it's
Thi-
fantastic.
Well, it's
This is the joint that's just down the street from my kids' little league
well,
facility.
it's buckets, and we've mentioned buckets every day this week.
That's
awesome.
true.
I
We
love
have.
that. That was funny. That got me. You
okay.
got me with that one.
Yeah, you
Can
just
we do
froze
the
up.
actual reveal, please?
So here's the actual reveal. We're going to Jimmy's.
Oh.
Now this
Where?
is exciting.
Where were they going? But why were they choosing that location?
Why did he buy that hat?
Interesting enough. Let's decide they decided to go there, even after all the drinking.
Anyway, we'll be. That
Well,
goes
put
without
it-
saying.
can you- I think that did we even mention what it said? I know we saw it, but there are people
Jimmy's
who just
Old
listen.
Town Tavern. Thank you for
Exactly.
the audio listeners, Rob.
Yes.
Yes, it says Jimmy's Old Town Tavern, and it
Mike-
says third.
It says third. Mike, I know you don't. I know you get annoyed at the guessers,
Yes,
even though we tell them to guess.
right.
So, are you ready to unveil the whole puzzle, or do you want to wait till Monday?
You know what? Let's go ahead and wait till Monday.
Or maybe that would be great on the bonus show this week. Just
No, you don't want to do that because we want everybody to have access to that.
they will, but I'm just saying, membership has its privileges.
I
Right.
understand.
We
I
did
understand.
give the bonus show people the first puzzle piece early.
That's right.
You want to reveal it on the bonus show?
I
this
think
week?
on the bonus show we tell them, and then we can talk about it on Monday as well.
Very
Yeah.
good. That's
Yeah.
the plan. That's the plan. Thank you very much. This
Bonus
is
show
great.
people are our best listeners.
You know what
Our
Vegas
favorite.
Matt says, and I'll quote him here. He says this all the time. I love it when a good plan comes together.
Yeah.
That's the way it works, ladies and gentlemen. We will take a break.
He also says, "Does this look infected?"
We will take a break, and we will come back with Josh and the Derby Man right here, and a beautiful video on the Mike O'Mara Show. Hey, everybody. Isn't it time for you to join the TMOS Bonus Show family?
Finally,
We've talked-
yes, please.
Yeah, we've been talking about it a lot. We keep a light on just for you, burning in the window. We all want your return. It's the truth. We
Yeah.
do. You see, we're continuing to maximize the bonus show experience because better access means more fun. We're giving you more because you deserve more. That's the absolute truth. Like the brand new TMOS Extras. Got a few of those floating around right now. These episodes are so much fun, and they're only available to bonus show subscribers. Great extra content you will absolutely love. Plus, every bonus show team member gets first dibs on exciting TMOS offers and instant access to the exclusive TMOS Supporters Facebook page. So, how do I get it? It's easy. Just visit MikeO'MaraShow.com. Come back to where you belong. The TMOS Bonus Show. Remember, you're part of our family when you do this. Your bonus show subscription or renewal is not just your source for an extra uncensored show every week and the TMOS extras. It's much more than that. It's what keeps us on the air. It's the way we can continue to provide the free episodes all week. So join us, won't you? Be a helper. For any issues or assistance, contact Josh or email support at MikeO'MaraShow.com. For additional details, visit the bonus show tab at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Carpe bonus. That means seize the bonus show. Thank you very much, and we look forward to everybody joining up for that. Rob
Hey,
Spewak,
I like
take it
that.
away.
Some beautiful video.
Jerry time.
Uh-oh, Mike, continuous hits. We've been to a lot of Super Bowl towns. I think New Orleans tends to be a very fun one. San Diego is very nice. But did you know there are rules that a town has to offer to the NFL before they can be considered a Super Bowl city?
The NFL, the all-powerful and National Football League.
And as for someone who had to book travel and book lodging for the Super Bowl, and even though this was 20 years ago, it's an amazing, amazing corporation. But check out these regulations. Some of them are weird.
For a city to host the Super Bowl, it has to have a bowling alley. Yeah, you heard me right. Here are some of the crazy things the NFL requires of any city that wants to host the biggest game of the year. First of all, yes, in order to be considered as a host for the Super Bowl, the NFL requires access to 2 top-tier bowling alleys. No clue why. Maybe Roger Goodell is a bowling enthusiast, but who knows. The league also requires access to 3 top-tier golf courses at no cost. Plus, the city must be able to provide free apartment housing to NFL staff for over a month before the actual game, 35,000 free parking spaces at the stadium, and 20 free billboards for promotional use around the city. Not to mention, the team hotels must agree to televise the NFL Network for a year leading up to the Super Bowl.
Can you believe that? Actually, I can.
You can, because they are a well-oiled machine, and it's the way they exercise their power. They're a behemoth, and it works for them.
Don't you think the Super Bowl wouldn't be a success if it not for those billboards
around the city?
Around the city, yeah.
I don't know. What were you going to say, Josh?
Oh, that all that is worth every penny because of the amount of money the Super Bowl brings to your town.
Yeah. They go through the hoops. They do the same thing with other sporting events like the Olympics.
Yeah,
same stuff.
But the whole thing of the bowling alleys and the golf courses, and the thing that used to drive me crazy is the minimum you were allowed, if you got Super Bowl credentials, you were allowed to book your hotel rooms through the NFL only. They buy up every hotel in town, and if you're in the hotel that is the official hotel, you have to book 4 nights. You have to.
Yeah, it's required. I was watching content on the Golf Channel last night where they had, I think the company's called Good or Good is this company. It was a very testosterone laden event where they were having a little par 3 golf course competition under the lights, and all these guys were like content creators, and it was just a sea of douchebag 30s that you could see out there. And but I couldn't take my eyes off it. It was fascinating watching this and seeing how it went down. And there were some good golfers in it, but it was in Arizona, and they were tying it into kind of the NFL also. I'm not sure, but it was fascinating.
That company, Good, it's owned by the Frankenstein monster, and they do really fine work.
Yeah.
I really do hate Luke Bryan when he's on TV and he's upbeat Luke Bryan and he is talking to people and telling them how to sing. I don't like that with my neck beard. But I found a Luke Bryan I hate even more.
And that is?
Relaxed with a cigar and cocktail Luke Bryan.
Cocky?
Yes. Talking with Bill Maher, who's high. This is the least good Luke Bryan there is.
Says, and she's probably the greatest singer in our lifetime, actress. Really? I mean, she's one of the best singer and performer of all time, in my opinion.
She's certainly the most successful.
Gosh, she's so successful. I remember seeing Destiny's Child and just wondering and seeing Beyonce, and I was like, that's one of the most beautiful human beings I've ever seen in my life.
She's a cute girl.
And then she sings like that and goes on to have this career. And then it's just, that's me.
But so,
he's drinking.
I mean, Taylor Swift.
Oh, I was about to say that. Taylor Swift's year. No. What she did is incredible.
But he's kind of, let me get into the ABCs of you psychologically.
Okay, all right.
I think what you hate
Yes.
is not he's appearing to be relaxed, but he's still promoting his line of like, I love everybody, right?
Yep. Yeah, he does another one where he talks about Taylor Swift, and he says the first time he saw her that he knew she was going to be a star. I'm sorry. I knew she was going to be a star.
But other than that, I can't line up with you on your hatred for the man. It doesn't. I really can't understand it.
Really?
I can sort of understand it, but you really hated that, right?
That was really bad. It was.
Why? Sometimes I'll never understand. You're shaking your head, Josh. You don't understand
we
it?
talked about it yesterday. Rob decides he hates something.
Yes.
And he always will.
Forever.
There's no reason.
As I said during my rant, immovable.
Yeah, true.
That's it. Absolutely.
But I'm happy with my lot in life, and I'm sorry that he's so successful because I think the American country music listener deserves better.
Okay. That's Rob. Send your letters to Rob if you're a Luke Bryan fan.
Well, you know what? He also makes beer, so buy that beer. I'm sure it's swill, you idiot, Luke Bryan.
Go ahead.
Licorice hat.
Let's move. Let's
Let's close with this, Mike.
Yes.
Back way before you even did a podcast and you would occasionally get a live read on the radio, I can think of two products that I associate with you and live reads back in the day. One is Buckler.
How was the spelling on those reads?
It was perfect. There was one.
Get the bonus show TMOS extra.
Yeah.
You'll know.
You'll understand. The one was Buckler beer. You did that a lot.
Buckler.
And do you remember
a non-alcoholic beer, right?
A non-alcoholic beer.
Yep.
Do you remember you would also do reads for the Vermont Teddy Bear Company?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Right.
Blech.
But they've got a new marketing plan.
I don't mean to go about the product. Product's what it is. The onboarding. Onboarding is what you do, ladies and gentlemen, when you are a broadcaster, podcaster, influencer, whatever, and you have to go through a meeting with the company discussing their product and how they want it to be sold. And it was required.
Yep.
Like you had to be there, even though we did 3 years in a row with it.
And that was back with the phone calls, right?
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
It's a conference call, usually with other disc jockeys. And other disc jockeys that have not been worn down and taken their spirit and having it broken, they ask questions about the product. Mm-hmm. And you physically groan when someone asks a question.
But
you just want to get out of there.
A beautiful opportunity for me to meet both Man-Cow and Bubba the Love Sponge.
I remember Bubba the Love Sponge making awkward small talk with you.
Yeah, especially Bubba the Love Sponge.
It
was like within a week of me dissing him like completely.
I know. It was like, I remember that call. They said, please identify who's on the call. And it went like, Rob, Mike, Oscar, Bubba.
Then he invited me up to his studio in Tampa, and I said, yeah, I'll come in and get shivved on your show.
I was going to say, wasn't he going to watch you make love to his wife?
It was very, very... Is he on the air anymore? I don't know.
I don't know.
Everyone down here knows him.
Yeah.
I can tell
he's
you
very
that.
popular in Florida.
Yeah, well, everyone remembers Hitler, too. So,
Jesus, Rob is wound up. Let's get to your video. Come on now.
So if you go to the Teddy Bear Company, I think you got to get it for your kids, right?
Sure.
This marketing seems off base.
She's a cougar. She's a cougar.
It's a cougar bear.
On the prowl, looking for a good time. Hear her growl.
Sexy bear.
This cat is in
Real?
Yes.
Too fierce to handle, too fat to ignore. She's got
No,
the
that's stick.
heels and she's ready for more.
Mike, it's the cougar bear.
It's
And,
not.
No, it's even the
it's-
singers sound like SNL singers.
I know.
It doesn't.
Cougar bear. It's
Well, I
not
choose to
real.
think it's real. And
It's not real, and Luke Bryan's not as bad as you think he is.
The cougar bear is
Absolutely.
Mike. The cougar bear and Luke Bryan, both anatomically correct.
There you go. Fantastic. Thank you very much, everybody. We appreciate it. Got a great bonus show this week. Got lots of TMOS extras, too. This is our push week. We really like to remind you that it's time to subscribe if you really, really want to keep this show going to the bonus show. That's what we want you to do. Just like the man in the Derby says, go to the wedding and make it all about you.
Yes, I
we'll-
do like this wedding.
We'll see you tomorrow for the bonus show. For Josh Soroka and Rob Spiewak, Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Look at my hat. It's a good hat.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
It is all fun and games until someone gets herpes.
Why don't you love me?
Stripping down butt naked, bending over, and all you could see was cellulite hanging in pubic hair.